Assalamu alaikum once again, my esteemed viewers. Welcome to another edition of COVID-19 Daily Update. It's me, Ahmed Manjang. Today, my topic is COVID-19 and the impending famine. You know, as you all know, right now you can see a lot of rice has been taken down all over the country to different peoples, to help them with the difficulty brought about by COVID-19. Since this COVID-19 pandemic was declared, the airline industry nosedive, and it's basically destroy overnight. That is directly linked to the hotel industry, and we know the hotel industry is already destroyed in many parts of the world, the restaurant industry, and also the taxi industry, because these things are all interlinked. And you can see also what is going to happen with all these lockdowns. The supply chain is going to be seriously impacted on, and this going to have a knock-on effect on our daily life. So this is going to create acute food shortage. According to World Food Program projections, um, according to World Food Program projections, 260 million people are endangered of serious acute food shortage. Yeah, thank you, Bon. Welcome. Acute food shortage. So Gambia is no exception. So that's why today we decided to bring this very important topic. But as usual, as you know, this is an English program, but every segment I will summarize in Mandinka. And today, just like we do it, I will bring the numbers of COVID-19, then I go to my actual topic. Unfortunately, yesterday I ran out of time, but I decided to finish. So today, so might not be finished, so we have to continue tomorrow with the same thing, inshallah, because it's a little bit long. Okay, so as you all are aware now, this pandemic started in China in December 2019. And December 2019 to date, 3,188,596 people infected with COVID-19 virus. And out of that, 225,615 people died as a result of COVID-19 infection. And the good news, 986,622 people recovered from COVID-19 infections. These recovered populations are going to be very important in our understanding of COVID-19, and also is going to be very important in the treatment of people with COVID-19, because these people, according to WHO, they should have immunity. If I say they should have immunity, that means they should be resistant biologically to COVID-19 infections. This group of people have in their blood pre-programmed protein that is specially trained and programmed to attack and eliminate COVID-19 in their blood. So if these people should donate anybody who is infected with COVID-19, technically they should be cured, because what they are giving to them, that is pre-programmed soldiers to go and fight COVID-19. And as a result of that, the British government already is calling on its citizens to come out and donate blood, so that they can use their blood to help in their treatment of COVID-19. So okay, so right now, 1,976,359 people are currently infected with COVID-19, and out of that 1,915,940, that is the 97% of the active infected population, are in mild conditions, When they say mild condition, these include people who are tested, they were positive, technically, but they know some of them are not showing any sign of symptoms. Okay, some of them are showing sign of symptoms like headache, fever, persistent cough. This coughing actually is non-productive, but is very, very persistent. In fact, there are worst case scenarios where people cough until their lungs collapse. So, and also there are some other symptoms of COVID-19 which are not very common, for everybody. That is loss of sense of smell and taste. So if all of a sudden you cannot taste your super kanja, or you cannot smell your favorite perfume, know that you should suspect that you have COVID-19. And what you do, if you are in the Gambia, you call 1025 and report these symptoms to them. And also in the past week, they described another symptom related to COVID-19 called COVID-19 toe, whereby on top of your toe, especially the big toe, there is a crush that is itchy, and once you start scratching it, it will burst and develop into a wound, an open wound. It's called COVID-19 toe. That's another symptom. So, but out of the confirmed currently infected patients, 60,419 people are in critical or serious conditions. What they describe as critical or serious condition are the group of people who cannot even breathe for themselves. That means they would need intensive care beds at the hospital, so that the doctors and nurses in the hospital can help them supply with 100% oxygen. Because what COVID-19 does is damage, it attacks your lungs, and once it attacks your lungs, it starts damaging it. So at some point, some people, their lung capacity drops about 25%. So if your lungs capacity is 25%, and we have oxygen concentration in the atmosphere is only 21%, you know that it doesn't matter. So what's going to happen? You cannot maintain, the patient can maintain 75% oxygen pressure, oxygen concentration in their blood. And once that happens, your vital organs like your brain, your heart, your kidney, will start failing because they're not getting enough oxygen to continue to survive. And this is how the virus kill people. So, yeah, in Mandinka quick link coming for new kurang linked to COVID-19, Akuma China Banko in December. But near Mira Sai Camera has been around for almost 10 years. It's very hectic because we all have to be, sitting at one place, and all that is not ready, to be honest with you. So, Kabring Kurang Yin Kumasta Kanasa, more million saba, more kemetans, more wuli keme kemelu tan koronto nin sai woro wole kuran min so wol kono mo wuli keme fula mo wuli monni lulu mo keme woro nin tan ni lulu fata yo minnu jaro kende ada kabre kuran min so wodo mo wuli keme kononto wuli tan sai ni woro mo keme woro ani mo monni fula yo nimmol min ya lon ko e covid-19 so do sai kende ada yo WHO ya confirm ko sai wol resistant kale wala in nita the scientific time they are immune to COVID-19. That means it all like local proteins strong vigil mini along they have already programmed. The agricultural soldier or mini along train already make around vigil they want attack it specifically they are eliminate. So what that can the British government they more command the mini along COVID-19 so they not an article they can there. Purista ye low donate because minula low can work pre-program proteins will be the mini along near model sale of blood like Abama, like COVID-19 you eliminate. Yo mol mini alon ko courant bol la saying wobe mo million killing mo wuli keme kononto taw wuli tan wuli tawro la ni woro mo keme sabani mo tallo ni kononto courant bol la so wuli kono mo million killing mo wuli keme kononto mo wuli tan ne dolani mo keme kononto ni kannani wala condition wa man serious ika ko le mild conditions yo ni mild condition mo wolu dole bi je wolu fon bu kalon ko courant be wol inin kuran min se tama kan tara tama kono bari so mol sound ne So walande nata social distancing ke kuru mol mini alon ko isa sa wo kada loktane directly but mini alon ko en courant be le malo walla be la me batan di bage bar han sai ka kama kada dula to janni ka funde tay mo son woto mo be si dula kin pour na interaction on ni tala ni wota la ta ga ko courant ni bulo kon dula and ne bankol jibe ni lockdown at work and because ne Spain no Italy jibe sa mini alon ko la lockdown sa the 7 weeks ida courant la number bita kan dumale and mo min do fa ka bita kan dumale ni woni Angleterre compare mini alon ko tolle tare ka lockdown ke an sai la number so bita kan sanjole ani wo bankudo yo banku taw mi alon ko courant ni lo ko tawle la baake abo wol kono banku sambo mal baake min do ko America past 24 hours, the numbers recorded by these 10 most affected countries, I'm going to read to you now. Past 24 hours, America recorded 13,069 new cases and 122 deaths. Spain recorded 4,771 new cases and 453. And this is very, very bad for Spain because you look at the previous few days, the numbers are very, very down. They are definitely going down. But all of a sudden, it's back to 4,771 new cases. So that shows, the future is not looking promising. We have to learn to live with this virus. It's not going anytime soon. You know what I mean? So that's why I think out of these, the WHO predicted that around our part of the world in West Africa, this virus will actually peak around June, July. That's like 2 months away. So Gambians or West Africans, we have to be really, really careful. And the numbers coming out is very, very scary to tell you the facts. Okay, France, 24 hours record is not yet out. UK have 4,076 new cases and 4,419 deaths, just for a day. That's not the case. Let me explain this. So far, up to today, UK have been announcing only those who died in the hospital, that is NHS hospitals. In England, you have private hospitals as well, not many of them, but also you have these care homes where people, old people's look after. It's like hospitals or care home, and also people with learning difficulties. So these homes, the virus enter there and is killing them in their numbers. So now the British government decided, now, okay, you know what, we're going to add all these numbers because they matter. As long as their death certificates say COVID-19 related, they're going to enter them in the records. So that's why today's number jumped to 4,419, and that put England to 26,000 so far, and still they don't even have the peak. So you can almost predict with your own all eyes closed, that UK is going to overtake Spain, Italy, and France in the next couple of days. In fact, by the weekend, they will overtake all of them. I have no doubt about that. Past 24 hours, Germany recorded 567 new cases and 60 deaths. Turkey recorded 2,936 new cases and 89 deaths. And Russia recorded 5,841 new cases and 115 deaths. China recorded 22 new cases and no death. Brazil recorded 1,594 new cases and 95 deaths. I think Brazil is in serious, serious trouble. Their prime minister, or Bolsonaro, or whatever you call him, he is an idiot. Just like Donald Trump, these guys don't even believe in this virus. They just true because he cannot bear to see the Brazil market being closed. Just like Donald Trump, all his interest is about the economy. The economy, where people are ill, people are dying in their numbers. That guy didn't even care about the mass graves we've seen in New York a few weeks ago. All he's interested is about the economy because this is an election year. But thank God, probably this will wipe out his election chances. So in Canada, they recorded 347 new cases, 45 dead, and Belgium recorded 525 new cases, 170 dead, and Netherlands recorded 145. So what I normally do, these are the top 10 countries, but I also bring out the numbers for the countries surrounding Gambia, or very close to Gambia. Yes, we are surrounded by only Senegal, but also Senegal is surrounded by these countries, and these countries are very, very close to the Gambia, actually, like Guinea-Conakry, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, and all that. So past 24 hours, Senegal recorded 59 new cases, and now the total number infections in Senegal is 882. The total number of infection in Guinea-Conakry is 1,240, Guinea-Bissau 73, and Burkina Faso 638, Ivory Coast 1,183, and Mali 482. But Mali recorded 58 new cases yesterday. Just like Guinea-Conakry, who recently went into the polls, to vote for a referendum. Mali also a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, they were at the polls voting in the parliamentary elections. And it seems like these public gatherings is backfiring big times in their COVID-19 numbers, which is rather unfortunate. And Sierra Leone so far has 104. So that brings me to the end of these daily updates. Now I'm going to my proper topic for today, um, which is COVID-19 and impending famine pandemic. As I said, first I'll call the Bangladeshi Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, who has predicted that there might be a global famine in the future as a result of COVID-19. And he addressed his nation not long ago. And in the public address, he said he urged her nation to produce food and to keep substance of stock of food grains. So from the beginning. Okay, so maybe a global famine, maybe certain places will suffer more than others, but I think this is going to be a global thing because we live in a global village. You know, once you just look at what this pandemic is doing. So there will be a shortage of food due to coronavirus, no doubt about it. And Gambia is no exception, and we have to prepare. So in future there may be a global fine. This I'm quoting from Bangladeshi Prime Minister, and in April 20th he was addressing his nation and said, if we can produce food and preserve it, then we won't fall into that famine. You know, rather we will be able to help many others. We have to take those steps from now on, and let not be an inch of land left without farming, she added. I've been warning Gambians about this when we start these Gunjur COVID-19 projects. I said, we should engage in real conversation. Anybody with a fence, plot, or even an empty land, should go now and clear it and get prepared for the rains and find the right seeds, because there is going to be food shortage. No doubt. I don't see all these riots going within a couple of months, they will all disappear. And the supply chain is going to be seriously affected. So that's why it is very, very important also Gambia do something very, very quickly about these Chinese fishmeal tactics. While there is no shortage of rice right now, but there is a shortage of fish, even though technically there is no shortage because there is fish there. It's just that it's not reaching the common man who need it. You know, rice is carbohydrate. Oil we are saying is oil lipid. These are not even healthy. In fact, these foods can make you vulnerable to COVID-19 because it can make you fat, it can raise your blood pressure, and it can give you diabetes as well. Rather, protein, which is the most essential component of is been denied Gambians and been given cheaply to Chinese who are making it into powder and oil and export it 100%. So how on earth a factory which is engaged in 100% export trade in the Gambia for um, in the Gambia will be considered essential, because right now in the Gambia, even government own projects, own businesses, and Gambia lifeblood like economy like the export rate is all closed right now. But then you let Chinese to continue to extract Gambia's most vital resources so cheaply and export it all. So this is not going to help us. What the Gambian government should do now is they should immediately close these fish meal factories. They have to know goods. They not only polluting our environment, but they are the way they are extracting our protein resources, our fish resources, is not sustainable. I'm going to give you numbers, and these numbers are based on the numbers given by Golden Lead themselves when they invite cameras into their premises. According to them, they export 32,000 kilograms of fish meal on monthly basis every month. And if we do the mathematics, eight fish um, will give you 1 kilogram of fish meal, eight fish. So 8 times 32, that's 1624, that's 256,000 fish. So golden lead every month, that means they need 500,000 fish, to able to meet their demand of exporting that amount, 32 tons. That is 32,000 kilograms of fish meal they export. And we have three of these factories. That's the Golden Lead, that's XYZ one in Kartong, and also the Nasim Fish Mill factory in Sanyang. And Golden Lead is the smallest among these. So if Golden Lead is exporting 32,000, let's just do uniformity. That means each and every one of those two are exporting the same numbers. So if you multiply 32 by 3, that is 96,000 kilograms of fish meal powder. These three factories are exporting on monthly basis. And if you do the arithmetic, that will be like 96 by 2, that's like 256,000. No, it's like 4 million. Or 16 million fish you need for month for all these fish manufacturers. How can we sustain that? It's not possible. That's why the fish, their sizes are getting small because the stock didn't have enough time to recover before they are caught again. And once they are on the line, the Chinese have the first option because they pre-finance these fisher folks. If they go to the sea, they don't catch anything, that is counted as a credit. So they are in debt all the time. So if they go out and catch fish, they will come and supply the Chinese first. That means that left the locals with almost nothing. So because it's almost next to nothing, that raised the price up. So basically, we are making our own country hungry, unhealthy, and making their diet unbalanced. Because protein is the most expensive, is the most essential, is the most important component of our diet. But right now, African Gambians are not getting this because the Chinese are taking all the small fish and turning them into powder and exporting them. It doesn't make sense. So even when we have the opportunity to close them, that is this pandemic, when the parliament decided, okay, we're going to give the nation another 45 days of state of emergency, whereby businesses that are not engaged in essential businesses should close. But then we have that selfish fisheries minister, James Gomez, and his permanent secretary, the most arrogant guy I ever came across, that's Dr. Banja, decided that they were going to let these Chinese to continue to operate. In other countries, youth will just get up and go and burn their thing. And nothing will bring. We have seen that in Kenya. We have seen that in Uganda. Only in Uganda this will happen. Youth will just sit as if nothing happened. This is the problem with Gambian youth. It's about time we jealously guide our future because these politicians, care very little. They can't think beyond their noses. All they are interested in is how to secure their positions. And once that is secure, they don't care. So if our youth now to organize themselves into group, into pressure group, and put real pressure on these pen pushers to make the right decisions. Because the way things are, it cannot continue like this. These people are polluting. They would take in everything and export it. The one they don't need, that is the pollutant, that is their waste. They dump it into our ozone again. You go now to Bungur Beach, it's unbelievable filthy. No sane person will want to go into that sea to swim because it's all you can see is a slimy, stinking seaweed all over the place. And these seaweed are not don't come out by accident because the fish meal waste they are pumping into that ocean is made of only protein. You know, protein, the two major components of protein is nitrogen and phosphate. And these are the two major components of the fertilizers our mothers use in their gardens or in their farms. So effectively, these Chinese fish meal factories are pumping tons of fertilizer into our oceans, and that is what is germinating. That is what is responsible for that unregulated growth of seaweed. That's why we see tons of seaweed. Yes, seaweed is always there, but as kids, we pass this. They're just small specks. But now, at some time of the year, they go a meter deep. That is unbelievable. How can any responsible government allow that? You know, but I don't expect anything much from them. So it's now about the youth to organize themselves and put real pressure on these people. You know, organize them. Go to Golden Leaf, go to Sanyam Fish Mill, block their passages. They can't do anything about it. You know, just block it 1 2 days. The international media will report it. The Chinese we don't want their image, to be tarnished in the international media. So this is how we put pressure. We cannot just sit on our social media platforms and rant and rave and nothing happens. It's about time, you know. It's about time we take matters into our own hands. But what is important and the gist of this presentation is about the impending hunger. It's already here. We have seen developed nations like the US, queues of thousands of people queuing for the food to get food to eat because they lost their jobs. How many Gambians are among this? You go to their UK, their unemployment benefits claimant is all-time high. Spain is like that, Germany. So if 20% of Gambia's GDP come from the diaspora, and the diaspora is already struggling. What do we expect? The remittance is going to be severely dented, and that's going to have a serious direct impact on the community. So that's why our government should think smart and start investing heavily in agriculture and also close these fish meal factories so that that fish, that pelagic, can be available to the common man at a reasonable price. Right now is there, but they can afford it because the Chinese are there competing. Whenever there is a demand, the price is going to go up. Plus the bloody Chinese. Now Gambian youth, we have to do this. We have to stop this. We can't let it continue any longer because it's our present and future these people are sacrificing. Look at that James Obi, that old man. In 10 years, probably he won't be around. So that guy didn't care. All he's interested in is boosting his retirement benefits. He cares less about the other Gambians. Yeah, thank you all for listening. I have to continue this because I can only talk about Gambia today, but the overall numbers will come out tomorrow. Inshallah, the topic will be the same: COVID-19 and the famine pandemic. Please share these videos. And thank you again for your time. Allah baraka. So I'm coming for in a 1 minute. All of me to call Konkole Dunia official. Konkole Dunia. Double World Food Program. Ya for 1 million keme fulata woro ni lulu wol se fit food shortage soto nele and mbolo kono niaje molbe mano itale be bulo fayne ka mol tara already konkole be ken because kadri ning pandemic yo announce kuluntila la business o be tinyata le tourism tinyata directly. You go to America, UK, molbe foke la do ko dulal be soronka. So ni wo keda don Gambian African women boto ni fote la do ko of course. Last thing me alon ko be mira la wolo mo Gambia no ko kodoki. Maybe ibe kodoki la puru dongoro ko now so afford no but na me do fon te kelam. So wole project all means so like ila bungoli mi be lokam. The garden only a more target do ko they have to stop drops. So that means an employment only ka siya la do. Min already in the hotel industry working yata in the middle of the hotel industry hotel season direct min keta mol forty la do ko hotel auto hotel fuel forty la business ola taxi driver min ka tourist or some forty la do ko la tourist ol kadar hotel ol min tol kanana fen kol beti yata restaurant ol yata kadar sut ol min visit and order tourism attraction side more to do for the so one and the phone call the caring sign Gambia semina can invest quickly into agriculture and more can nibe lamoika even Gambia and or even if Europe a four eco more ki yela blani ya so ye turo mini the minkala je domoro mini anke kamo duna like community about thinking sarola and in general because this is going to be very handy in couple of months time yo ni wo fanam bota je um, right now in Chinese will feel it even though when the man sakunda la lua e min dan ni ma jansi lo ni manyan na yele but now minister service mo min keda James Commerce anala awo famu wara mo parliament permanent secretary in Dr. Banja the Chinese will feel do ko yo but Chinese will ka ikela do ko based konko min ka raw material min ka wolon chalo ti ay boyo ani Morocco you protein source the Gambia, Africa, Gambia no take and Sanya. But because of Nin Chinese or Lana, a price of Tata San to local man because some so Nin Kong at least Nin Chalo that yet, will be more Marco in la Jadi Kenda because money ba Kensen Nietige among Domoro to me alonga correct. Man ba Kensen Tulo in Fenko among correct Nietige. So Chinese all stop so that near idea, chalo idea, min ko mon ko ya so woto ni mon sekunda ya try I futa mon la mini an ko be sample pour reporting the sia na bala because nin kuranti fa na be caring ni la domoro man be ya ke ko retail la ba ko ko mon la ba and nin kuran ni sa futa ta ya afla be janjan kan bankol mina an ko nin to suti ya da nyola wala number bita kan ni nya to Gambia, so far we are protected, but that's just a matter of time. I can tell you we have to prepare for the worst, and the worst to prepare for that is to get rid of these Chinese people. Chinese are not in Gambia for picnic. They are not there to give out charities. Let's get this right. Chinese are on a fishing expedition and also to take over Africa from Africans. So we cannot let them take the foothold in our country. Thank you all. I'm 3 minutes over the time and see you all inshallah tomorrow with the same topic that is COVID-19 and permanent pandemic, impending permanent pandemic. Thank you.
Corona, corona, oh, oh, corona, 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 Fantanga, corona, 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 Uranja ubalemu, alnangambuluku, jisene uninsafuno. Nganke kumoja mato ngambulo bondi nyadala dolko tubabu sasa long corona manna fatam fansila ngakil tu fantanko le fisi ajarala mote bala totola ni be totola da samakarala mote bala tisola ni be tisola tisuke dabala ngakil tu bultiyo ngawalandi karala Nganke ku fantanko le fisi atajara Corona, corona, yeah Corona, corona Corona, corona Corona, corona Fantanga Corona, corona Corona, corona Corona, corona Corona, corona Uranja ubale Nyurahas lo hoite nyu mwetu mbolo bahel corona ndali amna solo mwetu nyu sahate bajo hello hojel safety precautions li fokrek nyu wako pour ñu am symptômes yi ham ko ñu mëna bay hel dafa easy ñu am ko lalante kanam ñu fexe ñu bay ko so jël precaution dafa jëfé nga am ko call 1025 so amé problem si sa noki bi da nga bay healthy fever bi ak sahat yu bari Sabata jarala, nuna sakabata jarala, rajo ta jarala, oh, corona, 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 fantanga, corona, 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 corona,
In MRC the Gambia, we are committed to pushing the frontiers and the boundary of medical research and medical care to help enhance better life for people in the West African sub-region and across the world through our findings. Healthcare technology has been invaded by a lot of high-tech things all over the world, and one of such is three-dimensional printing. At the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, the need for 3D printing has become more and more important.
The partnership between Make 3D and MRC has brought us new developments. We've been able to identify critical parts that we normally would order, but we can now produce those parts locally.
When COVID-19 appeared, we were able to speed up our partnership with MRC and moved all our printers here so we can have access to 24-hour electricity and also to the qualified medical staff who can help us develop our products.
One of the things that we have benefited from the partnership is the fact that PPEs can actually be made in-house using local materials.
Against the background of global shortage of PPE, we recently innovated the printing, 3D printing of face shields. This is one of the tools that are important in ensuring that health workers at the front line responding to COVID-19 patients are not getting infected. With this COVID-19 response, some workflow in the clinical section of MRC the Gambia has to be changed. One of them is the fact that nebulizers are no more used for patients that have asthma. In place of it, we've decided to be using, for the safety of everyone, spacer devices alongside inhalers. This and more are the things that we've introduced. In addition to that, 80% of patients that have COVID-19 need no care. They can be taken care of at home. 15% of them would need oxygen and a little hospital stay, but there's a minority of 5% that actually would need a lot more than the regular medical care. For these patients, we also have an innovation that we are currently working on, which is our prototype CPAP, or continuous positive airway pressure device. What stands out for us is the fact that these things are made in a timely fashion with the usual delay between ordering and delivery taken out, and also in a customizable way wherein if what we made is not working, we can go back to the printing lab, make another one and use it for the patients or the people that need it.